Damn.
Yes, tell me more about how your mother didn't love you. Would you like to be the little spoon? Your father was never proud. I never knew my father. Would you like to snuggle closer, sir?
My God. Welcome to Do It for the Lord. My name is William.
My name's Nali.
I'm Omar.
Yo, I wish we started recording like 30 seconds earlier. I'm so mad. I ain't hit record. Yo, listen, it's been a minute since we talked. How y'all doing? What it do?
I'm waiting for a time where you ask that and I can be like, hey, it's great, Will. It's sunshine, man. Gumdrops falling from the sky.
Well, if that happens, I know you're kidnapped or you're not really you. Or
Blink if you need help.
Yeah, it's just an AI agent sitting in your place, man. I know that's...
There are no problems in Omar Holmon's life.
Get the fuck
it's no Warren Bossing say.
I cannot tell you how many times I quoted that this week.
It was rainy and then it got nice and now just tired, fam. It's been a long week. What about y'all?
I'm tired, boss.
I was in bed all week, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking wish.
That was the first two. I was like, this is probably depression.
Look.
But I'm gonna ride with it.
I'm gonna ride with it. Ooh, it's Egyptian cotton. Okay, that makes it better.
It's the best. Depression naps hit so different. Because it's like, will I wake up? Who knows? Don't worry, I'm in therapy and bereavement counseling. I'm healing, not healed.
It's like, oh, again. Okay, yeah. All right.
Every time, there's that sense of disappointment where I'm like, okay, simulation's still going. Hate it.
I do want to say, we'll be releasing something soon talking about the 12-year anniversary of BNP, which is pretty cool.
Crazy.
And as I said on there, it's like 12 years is a long time, and it feels like a long time.
Yeah.
It feels like a long time. And just kind of it was wild going through talking about like where we started, you just like the state of the world and the internet and nerdom in general 12 years ago. It was almost a completely different landscape. But cool stuff. So hopefully people get to enjoy that soon. As far as popular culture, I saw a very good movie
What movie
recently. Is God Is. I kind of, we talked about the lead up to it in terms of like the principle and like what we wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
I just complaints, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not trying to say it's a perfect movie, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really freaking good and experimental, and it takes a lot of chances. You get great performances. Like, I just really enjoyed it. Enjoyed it, and we can get into a little more depth of character stuff. Omar, you saw it. What was your impression walking out of there?
I love a revenge. I love a revenge fight. Everyone's like, oh, because revenge was a big thing in the gaming, a lot of PlayStation games. I was like, I never get tired of this shit. I don't know what y'all talking about, but I do like this. It's got his because it's revenge. All right, we're gonna go kill the man that harmed us, even happens to be our dad. You see two different types of killers. One, the more aggressive sister who just, I mean, it's not a spoiler, but like, that was kind of like waiting for her chance to be the one that gets to put someone else down, which she said, because like, yo, you've been beaten down so much, and what's pushed her, like, oh, I finally got an excuse to execute this violence now. And then the sister that's actually larger than her, and like, who it looks like she would be the more like dominant aggressive one. She's more meek and more timid, and then to see what makes her what can turn her like turn that on, because she doesn't want to be this. However, what it takes for her to take a life, then, and there's two different approaches in that, which I'm like, because that's how it should be, instead of just, oh yeah, we're gonna go do this thing. No, we got to go do this thing, taking a life. Yeah, I'm down for it, but you've never done that before. It's very different to to physically take a life. And there's something what I find interesting is no, there's no gun. It's just like their weapons used like just like what, a rock and a sock, right?
Yeah.
And when it's a crime of passion, a knife, and you have a knife, it's a crime of passion because you got to get close and get intimate to kill someone. With the weapon they're using, it's still a mid distance. You got to be close enough to hit, yeah, but this still has you at a distance for a sense, a little bit there. So I saw that's an interesting thing there. Your hands aren't getting like, you're not really in the mess of it getting bloody.
And
But in
but I would say you bring that up. The other interesting thing is, you think about weapons used as a crime of passion, but this is planned.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's
You know what
premeditated.
I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
think about all the things you've watched where someone's like, "Oh yeah, I am on a mission to kill this person," and they bring a knife.
Yep.
Like that's not really how that works, right? So I think that's really a really interesting dynamic to it. Again, without getting into spoiler territory, I think you keep waiting for a particular twist to happen, right? The the man is set up as the big bad. They're hunting him down, and there is a twist, but it's not what you expect,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like the circumstances and all that. I just thought it was really well done, and for uh, I am not familiar with the source in terms of like the play originally, but it does come from the source. The same, the same person that wrote the play wrote and directed this movie. Um, I thought it was masterfully done, and I hate to sound vague because I just don't want to give stuff away because people still probably haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did write a review on it on the site. It's just it deals with basically I was amazed at how you can call something your god and then now you worship it, right?
Yeah.
It's like an interesting concept of like I'm going to redefine what this thing means to me, and now that it has this definition to it, I am 100% in, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like this interesting like reverse psychosis on yourself of being like this thing is now defined as this, and now I commit to it. And the last thing I'll say is like the what I say this in the review as well is that the guest appearances are amazing.
Mhm.
The characters you meet, and I just wish we had more time with them.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing. Like obviously it draws a lot of Kill Bill
Hmm.
comparisons. Um, and the thing that Kill Bill did, it being it's two movies, super long cut time, all this other stuff, but you get so much time with those characters, and I wish we had more time with those because they're really unique, really really different from each other, and they all like bring a different piece of the puzzle they're putting together. I just thought that was really fun. So go see that. Go see that
It's a must.
movie.
It is a must.
That's this. It's a must to see that. Um, Nali, you said you was gonna see it, but you was in places where that might not be showing, if I recall.
It definitely was not, and I was gonna have to drive like an hour, and I was like, well, this is a later event. This is an event for when I get home.
Yes, it's hard. It's hard to see that in sundown towns. You know what I'm saying? They're not really showing it like that. But no, I know that's a quick recap on it. But like, it stays very consistent throughout
I
throughout
I
the
did
film.
have some fun reading all of the discourse before it came out, with
Hmm.
the whole like a bunch of people just being upset that it was, but also I feel like comprehension media literacy has left the building
Oh, it's
and
been
is
gone.
down the block and in the next town over. Because like even from watching the trailer, like why is it every little tweet I was reading, every post, everything was, well, why are we rooting for black men to fall? And I'm like, if we could just take a moment and just
Th-
acknowledge that
oh
our
my god.
community and, you know, I won't lie, my other half, the Latino community, we have such a hard time holding people accountable for their actions, especially abusers. And so
I, look, there are social
it's a lot going on.
scientists that could explain this far better than I. But I, and especially in the very brief time window that I could say it, but marginalized communities, um, have so absorbed the abuses
Hmm.
that it takes from the communities that they're part of, or the communities that being marginalized, being beaten down and discriminated against, and all these things, and it does build calluses on those kind of things for us,
Yeah.
and the need to protect us, and like that's nothing new. Like that's something that we do and we will always do. Um, but there's a very big difference between that and identifying abusers, identifying um, bad actors and things like that. Like that's you have to be so agenda driven and uh, so narrow in your mission to see something like that. And one, to think that don't exist. Like fam, you don't watch the news. Like you don't watch the news to think like things like that can't happen,
Right.
or that they're unrealistic portrayals. And also, in the same way that we want to protect folks from our community, you also have to trust the folks from our community that are telling these stories.
Stories, yeah.
Like that's the thing that's a little mystifying. It's like, okay, you're worried about the portrayal of black men, or why are we rooting for this revenge and da da da, and it's like, how about we trust the storyteller that's not coming from the outside and has some agenda, like is trying to portray black men in some kind of way. Why don't we trust the folks from our community to tell those stories? I mean, this is stuff we've been screaming about. We don't get to tell
Right.
our own stories, da da da. And if that to you means, you know, we was Kangs, and that's all we'll ever portray as, then you dealing in fairy tales. You ain't really dealing in this down to earth stuff. So
Yeah.
that's my take on it. The more well rounded we are, and more well represented we are, then we get to be villains. Then we get to be
Yeah.
antagonists and complicated characters and all this other stuff. Like that's kind of the actual victory. So I don't know. That's wild though. That's wild. Um, but see it. I recommend it. I recommend it. Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Y'all know James Bond was woke? Is this new
I
information to y'all?
I remember the Sean Connery days. A Playboy interview he was talking about. That man is woke to me. That man, hey, Sean Connery, it's news to me.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
um, Nali, I know as our expert gamer, you've been up on the. So I'm gonna talk about the. I played through. I'm guessing about 70% of the game at this point. Um, and I will give my little on air review of it. But Nali, have you been checking the discourse about this?
I have
About
not.
Bond, about the double, and what I'm referring to, so people know, the 007 game that just dropped, um, made by the same people that made Hitman.
Oh,
Um, it's again, I'll get to my kind of review of it, but have you seen what some of this conversation talking points are?
No. Tell me everything. Not me like
Listen,
Googling right now.
people are, and I put asterisks on people.
mm-hmm.
One, because it's not like a loud majority, and two, um, maybe I'm intonating subhuman. I don't know. We'll see. Um, but the talk is Bond is being cucked because he's answering to a woman.
Mm.
Um, you've
Wait till these
got
people find out who births them. Crazy.
you've got
Just wait.
Moneypenny is a black woman.
Yes.
I was gonna ask.
Uh, you have other people that are just non-white that are in the picture,
There we
right?
go.
Uh, you've got uh, an experienced black vet that's talking down to Bond and all this other stuff. Uh, so these are all these things that evidence that Bond is woke and has been damaged and all this other stuff.
Which
Yeah.
is wild because you would think if they were saying Bond is woke that he would have been black or something. He's still
It-
a white man. I don't.
I have a whole thing on this. Um, but you're right, Nolly. And so one, it is very obvious, and this is the worst thing. It is very obvious that these specific critiques of Bond. So what you're telling me is you haven't seen even the most recent James Bond
Yeah.
movies, or
No.
you know zero James Bond lore. Like
Ugh.
M has always been a woman. Like Moneypenny was a black woman. There was a like, what are we doing? And here's my quick rant on this. Gamergate made a lot of people popular, i.e., because the attention economy is what it is. Probably made a lot of people very profitable and made a lot of people money. And they have kept this grift going all the whole time.
Double down.
There is, we used to say, what was that quote? There's a market for niggas, or it is no, is almost no more profitable thing to be like a black person talking bad about black people, right? Like
Mhm.
you will find someone to pay you to do that.
Yep.
It is the most profitable thing to tell young, lonely white dudes why they should be pissed. Like, there is no more profitable scheme in America right now than to tell this 22-year-old dude who can't understand why girls don't like him, to tell him all the things that are wrong with the world are because you're not in control.
Mhm.
And like, it's a grift, man. It's a grift. These people don't believe these things. It's a grift. It's a grift. It's a grift. And these things with Bond is just another example. We talked about Pragmata, about how everyone fell in love with the little girl and then they found out she was voiced by a black woman, and then it was like, now we
Trick
need to
me.
burn it down. Like, it's a grift. It just is, man. And it is people making themselves money off of gullible, needy individuals. Like this, I just, no other way to put it. Um, Bond in this game is young, is white, is impossibly handsome and smooth, and every woman wants him. He's the smartest person in the room. He whoops everybody's ass with improvise and walks away smooth with it. He is the poster boy for white excellence. There is nothing, nothing offensive for a white person about this game. It is insane that they're just like, new game
And
came out,
yet,
got to figure it out. Figure it
We got
out. Hey,
something.
it's like, hey, we need to make sure we putting pressure on them. The new game to coming out. It's like the new game is James Bond, and he's like, he's early 20s and he's white. Figure it out. I don't care.
See what I said.
You bet. I said that. Look, the spice must flow. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are not cutting off this faucet, so you better figure it out.
Just
And it's and
get
doing
the
reference for those that
fuck
don't know,
out.
but like that, it's so wild. It's so wild to me, and like it just exposes like, you, I want to say you ain't fooling nobody, but obviously they are. Um, as for the game is good. The game is fun. Like, it is not flawless. It feels a little clunky in some parts, but like, Omar, I think you would dig it because the two things I had to learn for those that have played it or are gonna play it. One, you can't treat this like a straight up stealth game.
oh,
Like, you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna get through the maze undetected. Nah, that's not what we're here for. That's
you
not what
got
we're here for.
you got to
We
interact.
here, we use stealth to get a tactical advantage. Okay, so when the
Mhm.
shooting starts, I done took out the big targets first.
Yes.
Like that's the point. You are not. This is not Hitman, dude. You are not trying to go unseen and unnoticed. You trying to get noticed. Okay, when you slam this dude through the wall, you trying to get noticed.
Mhm.
Okay, um, you can't treat it like a straight up stealth, and you can't treat it like it's just a third person shooter. Like it's. I like that it kind of punishes both if you try to like I'm only gonna be stealth, I'm only gonna go in guns blazing. Like you have to be it kind of captures that Bond improvisation, and it's like young, it's like Daniel Craig's Bond, where like you're rugged and you're fighting a lot and like
Mhm.
hand to hand, and um, I think it's dope. I think sometimes it gets a little too on the rails about some of the action going in this to cinematics and stuff like that. I think there's a little too much of that, but it's a fun game and it's like a good story and the acting's awesome. One of the characters that accompanies you for most of that is our boy from our boy from The Walking Dead. Is it Lenny? Yeah, I'm forgetting his name. He's dope. British actor
Mhm.
is really good. Um, for those that
British.
play Destiny's Lord Shax. But you know, like I've been enjoying it. And actually, it's one of those games I stopped playing it for a couple days because I was like, I don't want to beat this too quickly.
Yeah.
Um, but I've been enjoying it. But like when I saw it was like people
I
were
think
like,
he's
"Oh my god,
British.
this game is so woke." It's like, are you serious?
You
Like
can't have
you
nothing.
just cannot be taken seriously. Um, I don't know. Had y'all thought about playing that game? Have y'all thought about picking it up?
I'm stuck on now that Yote is done. I'm like, what do I do with my life then? But like I've James,
I
but
have a void.
I was never really a Hitman type of guy either. But like Yote, Tsushima fulfilled that for me. But like when you're telling me now, I'm like, all right, I'll try it. There's no swords. So I'm like, I'll try hands and guns. I can try that. I can jump in that.
Let me tell you something. It doesn't always work this way, but I went into a sequence where I'll just tell you, like, okay, like it's all action going, right? Like you're trying to escape a place or something like that, where it's not even stealth really isn't an option anymore, and you're just guns blazing a little bit,
Hmm.
and to be able to be like, okay, pop a couple shots, couple headshots, vault over something, kick someone, grab the gun as you kick them, punch, finish your move,
Yep.
go into slow motion, headshot, laser beam a dude in the eye to distract him, go over, rush him, put him through the wall, pick up another gun, shoot this. Like, you can string stuff together like that. And,
Hmm.
like, there was a couple times I went through a sequence and I was like, and I stopped and I was like, okay, that was dope.
I'm
Like
good.
that was so dope.
I'm good. Look
That
at me.
was so dope. So like being able, and it takes a minute to be able to do that well. Um, but you'll have some sequences where you just go from like gun to action to gadget. Oh,
Hmm.
okay, I blow this thing up, distract them, run through the smoke, knock a couple people down, grab a gun. Okay, and like it's cool because no guns. It's not a shooter
Yeah.
really. So like you don't have a gun with like a ton of ammo. So like when your gun's empty, you could throw it at somebody,
That's what I
right?
like.
To hit them, to distract them, like that kind of a thing. Like
John Wick style.
it is very cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. You could play it like John Wick. So I I say give it. I mean, like if you're looking for a game like especially like an action game, I think it's pretty dope.
Okay.
I think
I
it's
can rock
pretty
with it.
dope. I've enjoyed it a lot. Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, this kind of gets at it. What have y'all been playing? Omar, you said you've been playing Yote.
Yote Legends.
Um, Nali, what you been up on?
Um, I'm kind of in I guess you could call it a depression funk. And so I haven't really been touching anything new, but like revisiting old things, trying to find.
Hmm.
So right now I'm replaying Raft.
Really? I never played it.
Some about building my little raft and trying to find little islands and collecting resources, and there's no humans. It just
And there's no humans.
it hits different. Like it's me playing, watching everybody live the life that I want.
I went to a place. I wasn't sure. And I went to a place.
I'm doing my best.
Oh Lord, you are. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
There's this
Um,
running joke that I picked the wrong career because I'm so displeased with people.
you did pick a career that is heavy on the people
Some
side
people.
for sure,
Extra on the
for
people.
sure.
I just
Extra on the people.
we've been playing Dead by Daylight is always fun because people. Um, what else? I
Besides,
tried DayZ today, but it gave me anxiety.
oh
The minute that the pop-up was like, "Be stealthy," I was like, "Well, it's over
no.
for me."
How about that?
Over for me. I was like, "What do you mean my footsteps make noise? I'm next to the ocean. It's not masking it. What do you mean that zombie just climbed a fence? This is not zombies. Those are infected. You lied to me. You lied to me. Don't like it.
uh, the other
Hate it.
thing I say briefly I've been playing is Zero Parades.
Mm,
Was it Zero Parades? No, what's that title?
there's an H in there
No,
somewhere.
no, something for Dead Spies.
Yeah,
No
there.
films for Dead Spies.
Some.
Um, and it's like a story like narrative game. You're a spy. You wake up in this country. You don't know what's going on. Your partner is like, like comatose state. You gotta figure out why you're there. What's going on in this town, village. It's
Mhm.
just really weird, but like really smart. And it's for those that don't know, like Disco Elysium was like the cult classic. Same studio, different people made this game. Um, but it's a really unique way of being like, okay, let me give you an example. Like you put points into different parts of your personality, right? So like there's a physical tree, there's an emotional tree, and there's like an intellect tree or something like that, right? So let's say you put points into knowledge, like you have like so I try to make my person like Sherlock, right? Like
Yeah.
encyclopedia knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
not a whole lot of empathy, but also picks up on like there's also like a skill that picks up on like you notice things about people, like their quirks and things like that, blah blah
So
blah.
you're autistic?
And and so
One of us. One
they
of us.
one of us. So it's really interesting because every like conversation you have with someone or everything you notice, those traits talk to you
Oh.
in your head and they have their own voice and it's very poetic and it's very astute and it's like I'm just making something up, like you notice something on the ground and let's say like your knowledge, your records or whatever trait kicks in and it's like, yeah, that was an album that was made back in da 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 and the from this indie band that was trying to do this revolutionary thing, blah blah. And like but it's a fully voiced characteristic talking to you.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like a narr and like it is a narrator, but it is very clear that it is talking to you inside your head. It's a
Mhm.
very interesting and heady thing. And Nali, that's why I asked about if you had started it offline because it's kind of hypnotizing. It's kind of like these things are like. I mean, I don't want to. It is kind of like voices in your head, but it's like very intuitive and very like
I'm already battling
pronounced.
some
It's
of
just
those.
very it's just unique. And I know Disco Elysium did a lot of the same stuff. But it's very unique in terms of like how you understand the world around you. And so I've been like dipping in and out of that. It's been kind of some
That
stuff's
we
leaking
won't see
out.
for 2 years.
I will spare you my excitement for Witcher 3 DLC dropping. This is 11 years after the release.
Oof.
They drop in DLC.
It's
And let me
crazy to
tell you
me.
something. Let me tell you something. There is no one that does DLC better than them cats. Uh, you talk about
Yeah.
Witcher, you talk about Cyberpunk,
Mm.
like DLC reigns supreme. And like the last Witcher DLC, Blood and Wine, is one of the best DLCs of all time. I would say Cyberpunk's Phantom Liberty is one of the best DLCs of all time. So everyone's expectation is this is going to bridge The Witcher 3 to Witcher 4. Um, I'm super excited about it. I'm kind of curious about how it runs on that engine. Again, it was like over a decade ago this game came out, so I'm curious about a lot of the technical stuff. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good.
I feel like with the time gap and how much we've advanced a bit in things, that it's gonna feel different, but like still feel like home,
Hmm.
but gonna feel new. Like sometimes I play older games and I'm like, remember when we thought that these graphics were the
Yeah.
crispest shit we ever saw? Oh my god. Remember when? And I'm looking back at that shit now and I'm like,
You know,
okay.
so I know it's the algorithm, but I get all kinds of like old gaming clips in my feeds
Same.
and stuff, right?
I thought it
And you
was
know
my
what
age
game
then.
has been making a you know what game has been making a resurgence that I'm like, I kind of do want to go back and play that. Did y'all ever play Infamous?
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
playing them. I gotta get back to it, but the one on PlayStation 4, I never
You
got to play.
when you play Second Son?
Yeah, I've been playing that.
Second Son I enjoy a lot. The first couple, especially the first
Yeah,
one with Cole McGrath,
cold,
oh,
cold.
they were so good. They were so good, man. I seen some clips and I'm like, that makes me want to play that. Makes me
Didn't
want to
did,
play that. I
didn't you have the messenger bag?
yes,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yes, I did. I forgot about
Exceptional.
that. Yeah,
yeah.
I had that. Because I think I got the I must have got the special edition for Infamous 2. I think it came with that. Yes, was on that shit. Was on
I
that
can't say
shit.
shit. I have
On that.
so much stuff. It's
I had to
insane.
stop buying special editions because I just didn't have stuff to put stuff
Mm.
anywhere. Um, my I can't reach for it because I'm cabled up right now. But my my Ghost of Tsushima mask up there. Um,
Oh,
but
I regret it.
you never saw it?
No, no,
Hold
no. I didn't get it.
You didn't
I
get
didn't get
it.
it at the time where I'm like, I should get this. Or I mean, I didn't know, but I
You
regret it
didn't know
not
what you
getting
were
the
in
thing so I
for.
could have it, man.
It'd be like that
Yeah, man.
sometimes.
Oh.
It's okay, Omar.
Fam.
We gon' 3D print you one.
Yeah.
Close enough.
I did.
Close enough.
I did order the
um,
when you beat Yote, you get there's an option for the jacket. The
Mm.
jacket for it. So I did get that. And then it comes with like
Oh
a
mm,
shit.
jacket like protector. It's like the ghost of Yote, the Unreal rests. And I'm like and then the favorite jacket of all time. This shit is, I'm like, all right, yeah, this is a good
that's what's up.
consolation.
Um, I got so much stuff from playing Destiny 2. That they was good. They was good with that. They was
It's
like, "Oh,
good
you
with
beat this
They're right
raid.
there.
You want a jacket?
Yep.
it.
Sure did.
Oh, oh, you beat this dungeon. You beat this dungeon. You want this hoodie? You had to like have unlocked it in the game just to
Yeah,
be able to order it.
yeah.
Like brilliant marketing. Like brilliant
100%. And I'm a
like
completionist.
dangling
I
this
love
carrot.
absolutely.
We will talk a lot of gaming stuff coming up soon. We were kind of talking a little bit about some Marvel things happening. Did y'all watch Punisher? Was it One
I
Last
sure
Kill
did.
or Last Kill?
I sure did.
I didn't get to
No,
see
what
it,
you
but
think
I
about it?
yeah.
Liked it. It was, but
Mm-hmm.
it was
Talk about
good.
it.
It was good, but it gave me blue ball. Like they edged me. Like, what do
Ah,
you mean? What do you mean we got the Punisher we deserved, but it was a one-off, one-time thing, and
yeah.
now I gotta wait to see him again in Spider-Man? Give me
For
more of
which he's not.
this.
For which he's
And
definitely is
he's
not going to be that.
no,
Right.
he's
Mm-hmm.
not gonna be that. So I'm like, that's it. That no more. We
Yeah.
didn't learn about foreplay. We didn't learn about building it up. We're not taking our time. We're just gonna. What are you? 14? Are
There's
you too excited? Like I don't understand. What do you mean this was it? That was it?
Yo. Um.
I struggled
I
emotionally.
enjoyed it. Emotionally. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. He's a good Punisher. Like,
Yeah,
was like
He's a great
point blank
Punisher.
period. Like Bernthal's just a good Punisher.
He is very good.
I
And
think
I had problems with him because I do that thing where I associate if someone plays a role too well, I hate
Shane.
them.
Yeah.
And then I hate them when they're in other things. So I begrudgingly watched Punisher on Netflix because I was like, The Walking Dead just didn't sit right with me, okay? I can't trust you.
fair. Shane was a mess. I know it's a comic book trope,
Mm.
but I'm kind of over characters that don't want to be their character anymore. Like, I know Spider-Man is like the face of this thing, right? Like, and actually, we're not going to talk about it too much, but like Spider-Man Noir starts with him being like, "Yeah, I'm not Spider-Man no more," and I'm just like, I'm just tired of that, and so I guess we kind of catch Punisher when he's already that, and it's basically like, "Oh, but y'all dragging me back in." All right, bet, and you know, I'm like not spoiling anything that isn't predictable, but like by the end, he's like, "Okay, y'all wanted Punisher, like I'm here, baby, like full throttle.
This is me.
Y'all asked for it, and now you can't turn the spigot off, right?" So I think that was cool, and I enjoyed it, and like he kills a lot of people, like so many people.
Hey.
Oh my God. I thought the last episode of Daredevil was nope. Nope. There was a quota to be met.
I've been wondering because I was like, my brother is a big Punisher fan. So he really enjoys him, and I'm like, all right. And I love John Bernthal as Punisher, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, I was dead set on it, but then I started lacking on watching. I'm like, why is it? And then I realized I'm like, I'm kind of. When we look at it, I'm like, it's just a dude that just gets, it's just a white dude that gets the taking the law in my own hands and just killing. And I'm like, I'm kind of like, there's just something about there. I'm just like,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know if it's maybe something more to be done with him because I like Bullseye, but like he's not celebrated like that. Whereas the Punisher, and then like I think with the way like law enforcement like will take up on like the Punisher and John Barenthal saying like, I know this guy is really important to law enforcement and military. And I'm like, nah, Jerry
So
Conway even said
that is the fault of this.
Yeah.
If there is a fault of this,
the only
it
thing.
really should be because it's wild because the character, this particular character, Punisher, that Barenthal plays, it'd be very easy to see him being like, nah, cops ain't really, this ain't what I'm trying to do.
He did that in Daredevil.
But Barenthal himself complicates that and probably stopped them from pursuing that. Like it would have been very easy to do that. I did start watching Daredevil Born Again, and obviously I know that y'all have loved it, and so I started watching it, and I was kind of caught off guard at how much they were like, "Yeah, cops suck, dude."
Yeah,
They're like, they're like, "Yo, these dudes corrupt." I was like, "Whoa, they're saying it with their whole chest." Oh my god.
Yep.
And this ain't taking place in some fictional city. They're like, nah,
Nope.
New York cops, New York NYPD is corrupt.
Especially.
I was like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I was clutching,
caught off guard there.
my
Like,
pearls.
and I know the storyline they're doing too. I was surprised, but like
Yeah. So Barenthal just kind of hedging his bets on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But as far as like that movie, like I enjoyed it.
Good.
But I 100% agree with Nali. Just like y'all tease the mess out of this, and it'd be cool if this led into a Punisher series.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But because this is basically in place of a Punisher series, and knowing the next time we see him is gonna be Spider-Man, he ain't gonna do all that in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So like,
not my movie, not Spider-Man, like, not over here, Frank.
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, no, we're not doing all that. So I don't know. There might be other stuff down the line, but it's just kind of interesting. Last thing I wanted to talk about, I'm gonna let y'all have the floor on this, at least on the show. Did y'all watch Euphoria?
I hate watched it. I mean, yes. I watched it.
I just, I guess, is it fair to say Euphoria was a slight culture phenomenon? I think
in the
you kind of have
beginning.
to say because Zendaya is in it, because um I don't forgot her name.
Which one?
I don't forgot her name.
The one that
You
played
know
mom.
the one. You know the one.
Oh, Sydney Sweeney.
Uh
Sydney Sweeney,
Sydney Sweeney.
Tits
You
McGee.
know the one.
Because those two are involved and have become, now obviously Zendaya was a big star before, but
Yeah.
because both
Uh,
of their stars have risen even more since that debut, the first season of the show, um then I think it's fair to call it like, and culture phenomenon does not mean good quality. It
Hmm.
just means like heavily invested public. So I guess it is. Would y'all categorize that as that?
I
Like,
think the
was it that
first,
popular?
yeah, the first two seasons, yeah, first two seasons, yeah. Once they did that play and it was in two parts, and I'm like, wait, you got a turning stage in this high school? Abbott Elementary is
Facts.
struggling for money over there. What?
We struggling, messing
We're
with this
using
golf
books from
course,
5
man.
years ago, and y'all got this in Euphoria. But season three, it's such a large leap. It feels like we've gone from like kids and just like grunge into like yeah now we're in Narcos, and I'm like
Yes,
it's an
No, we
unbelievable.
in Narcos.
We're in
it's
Narcos and we're in
literally,
Narcos Mexico and Narcos Colombia, like for real.
literally.
I'm like, we didn't need this. Give me the part. This the
No.
whole Sydney's or Cassie's content creation thing, and Maddie in the entertainment. That's the more interesting things to me than the
Mm.
whole like, oh yeah, I'm a drug mule now. Oh, we're DEA's involved. I'm like, it feels like True Detective. I'm like, True Detective 2? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What the
And
rails?
none of it. And then like some choices, like to keep certain characters alive,
Yeah,
like why?
Mm.
Why?
it's a hate
Don't get me
watch.
wrong, super satisfied with Nate's story arc. Goodbye. But like I
I don't
just
even watch the show, and I knew about that.
I just don't like I don't know I got nothing. I
I'll,
got nothing.
I'll ask you this, Nali. Did you that first episode back? All right, we then talked about how Sam Levinson, the writer, director, whatever, it's moments where you choose to be like, you wrote something really good here. This is good writing. And then
Right.
there's other moments where I think at least once per episode, I was watching, I was with Tiffany and she was talking about this, like, you're giving me crap. You're giving me, literally, you're
You
literally
like
showing,
you can tell when Copilot or ChatGPT stepped in to fill in gaps because they didn't know what to do next.
and I'm like,
That's what it's given.
and I'm like, I ain't, I ain't trying to kink shame, but yeah, we're going to kink shame here, dog. Like, why are you literally showing me like feces every like it to a guy? It was an exorbitant amount, and then like it's as the series has gone on, but I'm
Wow,
like, no,
that's
it's like
wild.
and I'm keeping
Turns
it
and
like tame in what we've seen. I'm like, this is yo, you're like
uh,
you're you're really you're delving deep into the white boy mess here. Like, hey man, like this, like I don't know how many ecstasy tablets you done had to hit to write this shit, but maybe we got to go to rehab and we got to work that shit out a
You gotta
little
work
bit.
it out. You gotta work
facts.
it
It
out.
like really like it felt like oh well everybody knows the shit I'm on, so I'm just gonna yeah I'm like so
Like it didn't make sense to me. Like after we had all the shit with Rue the last two seasons,
yeah
I get that she owed Lori money, but the whole drug mule thing and she's still sober
yeah
with an asterisk. Like, I mean, I guess that's not the Rue we kind of like. There were moments where I'm like, okay, that's Rue from season 1 and 2, and then there are moments where I'm like, what
Who
character
is this
is
person?
this? Who
yeah,
Right.
is this?
and then the element of like religion come in like oh I find God. I'm like all right we're done here we're
But
done
I was like,
like
what do you mean?
I'm like
What do you mean?
yeah, it's like she went to jail and was like had the kufi on and got the Quran. Now I'm like,
Facts.
nah, we gotta nah. I don't know what this I don't know where we're
Cut.
at right now.
Cut.
We gotta mm-mm.
What's the next? What's the next big show that has that kind of following? You think? Is there anything that's currently going right now? Like, that.
I don't think we have to the level where like I couldn't go through social media without a meme reference and stuff. Like I think we're
I mean, The
a little
Boys just
ways
ended,
off.
Yeah,
right?
So sad.
That ending was not. Hey, that
No,
whole final series, final season was not.
no. I did enjoy them making fun of Musk. That was
Oh
great.
yes.
But I do wonder how history is going to remember that show because,
Violence.
yeah, for sure, it did attempt to mock a lot of things that
Hmm.
I think people. I'm not talking like, oh yeah, we're smarter than that, but like it mocked a lot of its audience,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like intentionally. Like it wasn't like punishing you for paying attention. Like it was mocking a lot of those kind of stereotypes and people that find some worship in these kind of like, you know, for the folks that are that have a hard time understanding that a lot of superheroes are fascist by their nature of the
Yeah.
superheroes. For the people that really fight back on that, like that was the mocking that they were doing. Um, so I do wonder if the boys will kind of be a footnote or it'll kind of have that reverberation into the future after, a few years after it's been done.
I think it's gonna be like Game of Thrones, where like, yo, y'all nailed it. These a little differently, where you nailed it, but then you dragged out that final season.
Yeah.
But like looking before that final season, it still had something good in it, whatever. But I'm like, nah, this was, yeah, it was campy, and yeah, you did your humor, but like, no, this is, I think it's gonna be looked upon fondly. This will be not
Yeah.
as bad as like Game of Thrones season 8. Oh, we need a whole redo, but like, nah, okay, you just
Facts.
dragged it out. That, but whatever. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be looked upon like quite fondly. Like, yeah, this is, they had guts, for it.
Can we talk about the career arc of Carl Urban?
Who's Carl?
Bro,
Oh yes, yeah,
my man.
the nerd
My
specialist. I
No, 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 no,
saw.
no, no. I'm sorry, sorry. Urban's Urban. Oh, yeah, yeah. In terms of all the stuff he's in, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, and
His
versatile,
range.
Yeah,
Literally
yep,
range.
yep.
crazy.
Range
Um,
from fucking Lord of the Rings to The Boys to Mortal Kombat to
Marvel.
every little thing in
yes.
between Marvel. Like that man, what isn't he in?
They said I think I saw something that's like he's the only person to appear in like the big four,
Mm-hmm.
like franchises, like
Yeah.
like random kind of a thing. And no, he just embodies that mess. And like I think the thing too, speaking of nerdy stuff, and this is one of the things that like I will always fight for Cavill's
Oh yeah.
Witcher
Hmm.
is
Yes.
it is so nice when actors, performers actually enjoy
Yeah.
the nerdy source material they're part of. They dive into it. They're not like, I'm above it, this is just a job, yada
Right.
yada yada. Um it shows. It shows when they're just like, nah, like I enjoy this. I read the books, I did this, blah blah blah.
I feel like that's
Which
so important.
it is. And not just for show. Like remember that became the thing? Like every time someone got cast in a Marvel movie, then you saw them with a comic book. Um, but no, I remember I was like, yo, I had to make sure. I was like, I'm watching this video with Cavill reading the first
Yep.
chapter
Yep.
from a Witcher book, and I was like slightly aroused. Like this is it's taking
Then
me
when
to
he,
a place. This is awake. Let this not awaken things in me.
this better not awaken anything in me. Then when he was putting the computer together.
Yep.
Oh, so look, that was the classic, the most classic Thursday. Like that was crazy work. My man is in to the undershirt, reaching around, guts in the computer. I was like, my dude, this is wild behavior. It's out of pocket. This is so out of pocket.
It did something for me.
And I'm like, because I'm like, You are hitting a very unique audience
Yep.
with this.
You know. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
You know exactly what you're doing. I'm curious because I think he's supposed to. One, they're supposed to be working on this Warhammer 40K
Yes,
joint.
he's doing the Warhammer. They're doing movies and a TV series.
Yeah,
Oh.
and
I
he's
am ready.
he's starring in Highlander, isn't he?
Yes.
Starring in Highlander, and then he's rumored. I think we talked about this briefly, so we have to get into it. I think he was rumored for Mass Effect.
Oh.
Which that one is the one that's like, nah, I don't really see you as Shepard. Plus, I need Fem Shepard anyway.
Yeah.
So, who would be my casting for Fem Shep? Nali, you got a dream casting for Fem Shep?
No, come back to me. I have to think
Okay.
about it. I know faces, but I'm bad with names.
I mean, I know she ain't white, so I can start there. But like, I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about that till just this moment. But anyway, no, like back to my original point. Like when performers like just are wholesale into the nerd stuff, like it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference, and so that's enjoyable. It's enjoyable to watch. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's a wrap on what we're gonna get at. Lots of nerd stuff. But yo, I think that's it for us. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. William?
Nolly.
Omar.
Yeah, and we catch y'all next time. Peace.